A jaded event planner agrees to teach a socially awkward esports champion how to date in exchange for money, but their fake practice sessions spark real feelings just as he's supposed to meet his arranged marriage match. Let's dive into it. Park Ji-hoon sits in his gaming chair, headset on, absolutely dominating a League of Legends tournament. The crowd roars. Commentary screams about his legendary play. He's calm, focused, in complete control. Cut to 2 hours later. Ji-hoon at a Korean restaurant with his parents and their friends. A beautiful young woman, Sun-hee, the arranged match, tries to make conversation. Ji-hoon can barely make eye contact. He knocks over his water glass. Answers in one-word sentences. Sweats visibly. It's excruciating. In the car afterward, his mother sighs. Ji-hoon, she's a lovely girl. Why can't you just talk to her like a normal person? I tried, Iyama, he mutters. You have 3 months to get comfortable. The formal introduction dinner is already scheduled. Her family will expect a proper courtship. Ji-hoon's panic intensifies. That night, Ji-hoon spirals. He watches YouTube videos. How to talk to women. First date tips. Body language secrets. Nothing helps. He's not bad at dating theory, he's bad at execution. Then he has an idea. He opens a freelancing app where people hire coaches for everything: fitness, cooking, languages. Why not dating? He creates an anonymous post. Seeking dating coach for socially anxious adult. Need to learn conversation, confidence, and general how not to be weird skills. 12-week intensive program. Discretion absolutely required. Will pay $500 per session. He hits post before he can overthink it. Meanwhile, Shanice's world. Shanice Williams is in her element, managing a chaotic celebrity wedding. She's wearing a stunning emerald jumpsuit, her long curly hair in an elegant updo, directing vendors with her headset like a general commanding troops. Everything is perfect. The bride is happy. The groom is crying good tears. Shanice has done it again. But when she gets home to her beautiful but empty apartment, the loneliness hits. Her phone has notifications, friends asking if she's bringing a +1 to various events. Her mom's daily, "When are you going to give me grandbabies?" text. A wedding invitation from Marcus, her ex, and the woman he cheated with. She deletes them all. Her best friend Tasha video calls. "Girl, you can't keep doing this. It's been 2 years. Not every man is Marcus." "I'm fine alone," Shanice insists. "I don't need a man to be complete." "I didn't say you needed one. I said you won't even let yourself try anymore. You're scared." After they hang up, Shanice scrolls her freelance app where she occasionally picks up side gigs for extra cash. A post catches her eye. Seeking dating coach, $500 per session, 12 weeks. She does the math. That's $6,000. Maybe more if he extends. She laughs. Teaching some awkward guy how to get a girlfriend? Easy money. No emotional investment. Purely transactional. She applies. Experienced relationship coach available. Discreet, professional, results-oriented. Let's get you ready for the real world. The agreement. They message back and forth. Ji-hoon stays anonymous, using a fake name, J. I need to learn how to date someone specific. I have 3 months. Shanice. Specific? Like you already know who you're supposed to date? J. It's complicated. Family situation. I just need to not be terrible at it. Shanice. Okay, here's the deal. We meet twice a week. You do everything I say. Practice dates, social exercises, the works. You pay per session, and if you flake or don't take it seriously, we're done. J. Agreed. One more thing, we keep this completely confidential. I have a public profile and can't have this getting out. Shanice. Intrigued. Public profile? Are you famous or something? J. Just prefer privacy. Shanice. Fine. First session is a consultation. Coffee shop. We assess your current skill level and make a plan. Shanice arrives at the upscale coffee shop wearing a chic camel coat over a black turtleneck and jeans, her curly hair flowing over her shoulders. She looks amazing and knows it. She scans the shop for her client. She's expecting someone older, maybe divorced, desperate. Then she sees him. A young guy in a hoodie and joggers sits in the corner booth, hood up, wearing a mask and a baseball cap, scrolling his phone anxiously. He looks like he's about to rob the place or hide from paparazzi. When she approaches, he looks up. She can only see his eyes, but they're nice eyes. Nervous but nice. "Jay?" she asks. He nods quickly and gestures for her to sit. "You can take the mask off," she says, amused. "I'm not going to post you on Instagram." Hesitantly, Ji-hoon removes the mask and cap. Shanice's breath catches. He's handsome, like really handsome. Mid-20s, beautiful bone structure, slightly messy hair, those intelligent eyes. "You're the dating coach?" he asks, equally surprised. "You're the guy who can't get a date?" She shoots back. "It's not that I can't. I'm not good at it." He's already fidgeting with his coffee cup. Shanice pulls out a notebook, sliding into professional mode. "Okay, let's start with basics. Tell me about yourself." I'm 26. I'm Korean. I live in LA. I work in tech. Tech okay. Hobbies. I play video games." She waits for more. Nothing comes. "That's it? Video games? I'm very good at them," he offers quietly. Shanice bites back a smile. "Okay, what about the woman you're trying to impress? Tell me about her." Ji-hoon shifts uncomfortably. "Her name is Sun-hee. She's 25. She works in her family's business. She's nice." "Nice," Shanice repeats. "What does she like? What do you have in common?" "I don't really know her," Ji-hoon admits. "Our parents introduced us." "An arranged situation," Shanice says, understanding dawning. "Got it. So you need to get comfortable enough to date someone you barely know and don't want to disappoint your family." "Exactly," Ji-hoon says, relieved she gets it. "All right, ground rules." Shanice leans forward. "I'm going to teach you conversation skills, body language, how to plan dates, how to be present with another person. We'll do practice dates where I simulate real scenarios. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to mess up. But if you trust the process, you'll be ready in 3 months." "I can do that," Ji-hoon says, a bit of his gaming determination showing through. "Good. Now, let's identify the problems." She studies him. "First issue, eye contact. You've looked at my forehead, the table, your coffee, and the wall. Not once at my eyes." Ji-hoon immediately looks at her eyes, then away, face flushing. "Sorry. Don't apologize. Just practice. Look at me for 3 seconds, then you can look away." He tries, makes it to 2 seconds, looks away. "Progress," Shanice says gently. "We'll work on it." Second issue, conversation. You're giving me one-word answers. Dating is a dialogue, not an interrogation. When I ask you something, answer and then ask me something back. "Okay." Shanice waits. "Okay, what?" she prompts. "Okay, I'll try that," Ji-hoon says, then pauses. "What made you become a dating coach?" It's awkward, but it's effort. Shanice smiles despite herself. "I'm actually an event planner," she says. "I organize experiences for people. Weddings, parties, corporate events. Dating is just another type of experience design. Plus, the money is good." She doesn't mention Marcus. Doesn't mention that she's teaching someone else how to find love because she's given up on it herself. "That makes sense," Ji-hoon says. Then, surprising her, "You're good at this. Teaching, you make it feel less scary." Shanice feels something unexpected. A flutter of warmth. She pushes it down. "Flattery will get you nowhere," she says, but she's smiling. "Now, here's your homework. Before our next session, I want you to have 3 conversations with strangers. Just small talk. Weather, compliments, whatever. Get comfortable talking to people." Strangers. Ji-hoon looks panicked. Start small. Barista, grocery store clerk, person in an elevator. 3 conversations. That's it. Ji-hoon nods, looking like she just asked him to climb Everest. As they stand to leave, Shanice extends her hand for a professional handshake. Ji-hoon takes it, His hand is warm, his grip surprisingly confident. See you in 3 days, Shanice says. Don't flake on me, Jay. I won't, Ji-hoon promises. As she walks away, Ji-hoon watches her go. This confident, beautiful woman who didn't laugh at him or make him feel broken. For the first time, he thinks maybe this could actually work. As Shanice gets in her car, she tells herself this is just a job, just money, just 12 weeks. She ignores the fact that he made her smile more in 1 hour than she has in months. They meet at a farmer's market, Shanice's idea. Public, casual, low pressure. Ji-hoon shows up in a mask again. Shanice pulls it off his face. No hiding, she says firmly. You can't date someone wearing a disguise. People recognize me sometimes, he protests. From tech work. Something like that. She lets it go. Okay, here's the exercise. We're going to walk through the market. You're going to compliment 3 vendors on their products and have a brief conversation. I'll be right beside you. Ji-hoon looks terrified but nods. First vendor. An elderly woman selling flowers. Ji-hoon approaches, freezes, looks at Shanice for help. She mouths, the flowers. Your flowers are nice, he manages. Thank you, dear. The woman beams. Silence. Shanice nudges him. Which one is your favorite? Ji-hoon asks robotically. But it works. The woman lights up, talking about her roses. Ji-hoon nods along, and Shanice sees him actually relax slightly. By the third vendor, a guy selling hot sauce, Ji-hoon is doing better. He even makes a joke about his gaming friends who would put hot sauce on everything. Gaming friends? The vendor asks. Ji-hoon's eyes widen, realizing he almost revealed too much. Yeah, we play online sometimes. After they walk away, Shanice bumps his shoulder. See? You can do this. You just overthink it. I overthink everything, Ji-hoon admits. In games, overthinking helps. In real life, it makes everything worse. Then we need to get you out of your head, Shanice says. Next session. Something that forces you to be present. What's that? You'll see. Ji-hoon arrives at a community center to find Shanice in a fitted red dress. Her curls pinned up, looking absolutely stunning. We're dancing? He asks, horrified. We're learning to be present in your body and with another person, Shanice corrects. Plus, if you can survive salsa, you can survive a first date. The class is full of couples. Ji-hoon is the only one who looks like he wants to disappear. When it's time to pair up, Shanice extends her hand. Just follow my lead, she says. And try not to think. The music starts. Ji-hoon is terrible. Stepping on her feet, going the wrong direction, completely rigid. Relax, Shanice laughs. I'm not grading you. This is impossible, he mutters. You're trying to control everything. Stop thinking 5 steps ahead. Just feel the music and trust me to guide you. Something in her voice makes him pause. He takes a breath, tries to let go, and somehow, slowly, they start to find a rhythm. He's still not good, but he's not fighting it anymore. When the song ends, they're both breathless and laughing. That was terrible, Ji-hoon says. That was progress, Shanice counters. As they walk to their cars later, Ji-hoon says quietly, Thank you. For what? For not making me feel stupid. Everyone else just tells me to be myself or just relax. You actually teach me how. Shanice feels that warmth again. That's what you're paying me for. But they both know it's becoming more than that. Shanice designs a full practice date. Mini golf followed by ice cream. We're going to simulate a real first date, she explains. I'm going to act like someone you're getting to know. You're going to practice conversation, reading social cues, and not being weird. Got it, Ji-hoon says, more confident now after weeks of sessions. But when they start playing mini golf, something shifts. The practice stops feeling like practice. Ji-hoon makes a joke about his golf stance looking like his gaming posture. Shanice laughs, really laughs. She trash talks him when she gets a hole-in-one. He fires back with unexpected wit. They forget to practice and just have fun. Over ice cream after, they sit on a bench watching the sunset. This is nice, Jihoon says. I haven't just hung out with someone like this in a long time. You have friends though, right? Shanice asks. Online, yeah. Gaming friends. But in person, he shrugs. It's hard to connect with people when you're hiding part of yourself. Shanice understands that more than he knows. She's been hiding too. Behind her confidence, her cynicism, her walls. What are you hiding? She asks softly. Jihoon almost tells her. Almost explains that he's Phoenix JH, that millions of people watch him, that his life isn't normal. But the anonymity has been nice. Being just Jay with her. Just family expectations, he says instead. Feeling like I'm never enough. I get that, Shanice says. She pauses, then shares. I was engaged once. 2 years ago. Found out he was cheating 3 months before the wedding. Jihoon turns to her, genuine concern on his face. I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm over it. She's not, but she pretends. Is that why you do this? He asks. Teach other people how to date instead of dating yourself? The question is too perceptive. Too close. It's getting late, Shanice says, standing abruptly. Same time Thursday? Jihoon stands too, sensing he pushed too far. Yeah, Thursday. But as they walk to their cars, both are thinking the same thing. That didn't feel like a practice date. Felt real. Over the next month, their sessions become the highlights of both their weeks. Session 6. Cooking class. Shanice books them a couple's cooking class making Korean food, specifically kimchi jjigae. You should know how to cook at least one impressive dish, she says. Plus, cooking together is intimate. Good practice. Jihoon is actually good at this. He knows the recipe from his mother. He guides Shanice through it, their hands brushing as they chop vegetables, their faces close as they taste the broth. Add more gochugaru, he instructs, and she does. How's that? She asks, offering him a spoonful. He tastes it. Perfect. Their eyes meet. Hold. Too long. The instructor makes a comment about them being such a cute couple. And neither corrects her. You need to be comfortable being embarrassed in front of someone, Shanice declares. Karaoke will cure that. They get a private room. Shanice goes first, absolutely killing a Beyoncé song. She's confident, sexy, completely in her element. Jihoon watches, mesmerized. Your turn, she says, handing him the mic. He chooses a Korean ballad, something soft and emotional. And to Shanice's surprise, he's good. His voice is beautiful, gentle, vulnerable. When he finishes, she's staring. What? He asks. Nothing. Just, you're full of surprises. They do a duet next, a cheesy 90s love song. They're laughing, dramatic, ridiculous. At one point, Jihoon spins her, and they end up close, faces inches apart, both breathing hard from laughing. The song ends, but they don't move. Shanice, Jihoon says softly. She steps back quickly. We should go. It's late. But in the car, Shanice grips the steering wheel, her heart racing. This is bad. She's catching feelings for a client who's learning to date someone else. Jihoon invites Shanice to a casual gathering. Practice for meeting Sunhee's friends, he says. But when they arrive at a trendy restaurant, Shanice realizes these aren't random people. They're other professional gamers. And they all recognize Jay immediately. Phoenix JH, one guy shouts. You actually came out. Shanice's head snaps toward Jihoon. Phoenix JH. He looks panicked. I was going to tell you. You're a professional gamer? She's piecing it together. That's why you wear masks? That's your tech job? Can we talk outside? Jihoon asks quietly. On the restaurant patio, he explains everything. His gaming career, his millions of followers, his parents' pressure to settle down properly, the arranged meeting with Sunhee. Why didn't you tell me? Shanice asks. Because I liked being just a regular guy with you, Jihoon admits. No pressure, no expectations, just me. Shanice's anger softens. She gets it. God, does she get it? Okay, she says finally. I understand, but no more secrets. No more secrets, he agrees. Back inside, His friends tease him endlessly about bringing a date. They clearly assume Shanice is his girlfriend. And neither of them corrects that assumption either. Only 2 weeks left before Ji-hoon's formal introduction dinner with Sun-hee's family. Shanice plans a culture date, an art gallery, teaching him how to discuss art and appear thoughtful. But as they walk through the exhibits, something is different. Heavier. They stop in front of an abstract painting, blues and golds swirling together. What do you see? Shanice asks the usual exercise. Two things that don't think they belong together, Ji-hoon says quietly. But they create something beautiful anyway. He's not talking about the painting. Shanice's breath catches. Ji-hoon. I know, he interrupts. I know this is just practice. I know you're just doing your job. But these past 2 months have been the best of my life. Not because I'm learning to date. Because I'm with you. Shanice's heart is breaking. You have to stop. Why? Because you're supposed to be with Sun-hee. That's the whole point. I'm teaching you to be with someone else. I don't want someone else, Ji-hoon says desperately. I want. Don't. Shanice cuts him off. Don't say it. You have obligations. Family. This arrangement. And I can't do this. I can't be the person who teaches you to love and then she doesn't finish. Can't finish. Then what? Ji-hoon steps closer. Then what, Shanice? Then watches you use everything I taught you on her. Shanice whispers, tears in her eyes. The truth hangs between them. They've fallen for each other. And it's impossible. We have 2 more sessions, Shanice says, pulling herself together. Let's just get you ready. That's what you hired me for. Shanice, please, she says. Let me do my job. Ji-hoon nods, defeated. They finish the gallery in silence, both breaking inside. Shanice sets up an elaborate formal dinner at a nice restaurant, teaching Ji-hoon proper etiquette, how to navigate family conversations, how to be charming under pressure. She's all business, professional, distant. Ji-hoon follows her instructions robotically. He's perfect. Everything she taught him, he's mastered. You're ready, Shanice says at the end. You'll do great at the introduction dinner. Will I? Ji-hoon asks bitterly. Because I feel like I'm preparing for a funeral. Ji-hoon. No, you're right. This is what I hired you for. This is the job. He pulls out an envelope. Here's payment for the last 2 sessions, plus a bonus. Thank you for everything. He stands to leave. Wait, Shanice says. We have 1 more session. Do we need it? Ji-hoon asks. You said I'm ready. The contract was 12 sessions. Fine, Ji-hoon says. What's the final lesson? Shanice meets his eyes. I'll let you know. Shanice asks Ji-hoon to meet her at a park, the place where they had their 4th session, the mini golf date where everything started to change. He arrives to find her sitting on the same bench, looking out at the sunset. Last lesson, Shanice says as he sits. The most important one. Okay. The truth about love, she begins, is that you can't fake it. You can learn skills, conversation, confidence, presence. But actual connection, that can't be taught. It just happens. I know, Ji-hoon says quietly. These past 3 months, you've learned everything you need to be a great partner. You're ready for Sun-hee. You'll make her happy. You'll make your family proud. But, Ji-hoon prompts. But love isn't about being ready. Shanice continues, voice breaking. It's about finding someone who makes you want to try. Someone who sees all your awkward, broken parts and stays anyway. Someone who makes you better not by fixing you, but by making you want to be better. Shanice, I fell for you, she admits, tears streaming now. Somewhere between salsa dancing and cooking kimchi and karaoke and art galleries. I fell for the guy who tries so hard and overthinks everything and makes terrible jokes about video games. I fell for you and it's the worst possible timing, and I have no right to say this, but Ji-hoon kisses her. It's soft and desperate and 3 months of longing poured into one moment. When they break apart, both are crying. The dinner is in 3 days, Ji-hoon says. My parents have planned everything. Sun-hee's family expects. I know, Shanice whispers. I know. But I don't want to go. Jihoon says fiercely. I don't want to date her. I don't want to make my parents happy if it means losing you. You can't throw away your family for me, Shanice says. That's not fair to anyone. Then what do we do? They sit there, holding hands, watching the sun set on something that feels like an ending. 3 days later, Jihoon sits at an expensive restaurant in a suit, across from Sunhee and both sets of parents. Sunhee is lovely, kind, smart, exactly what his parents wanted. And Jihoon feels absolutely nothing. His father is giving a toast about their families coming together. His mother is beaming. Sunhee reaches across the table, takes his hand gently. You don't want to be here, she whispers. Jihoon's eyes widen. It's okay. Sunhee continues quietly. I don't either. My parents pushed for this, but I have a boyfriend. He's a musician. They don't approve. Jihoon stares at her. I'm guessing you have someone too, Sunhee says, smiling knowingly. The way you keep checking your phone, looking at the door, you're in love with someone else. It's okay, she says again. We can tell them together, or we can keep pretending and be miserable. Your choice. Jihoon looks at his parents, so happy, so proud. Then he thinks of Shanice, her laugh, her confidence, the way she made him brave. He stands up. I'm sorry, he says loudly, interrupting his father's toast. I can't do this. The table goes silent. Jihoon, his mother gasps. I'm sorry, Yama, Appa, he continues. And I'm sorry to Sunhee's family, but I can't marry someone I don't love. I won't. Jihoon. His father's voice is stern, but Jihoon is already moving, grabbing his jacket. You don't have to do this, Sunhee calls after him, but she's smiling. Yes, I do, Jihoon says, and he runs. Shanice is at home in sweats, ice cream in hand, watching a rom-com and crying. Her phone rings. Tasha. Turn on Twitch, Tasha says urgently. What? Why? Just do it. Phoenix JH is streaming and you need to see this. Confused, Shanice opens her laptop. Jihoon's stream is live, but he's not gaming. He's sitting in front of the camera in his suit, looking directly into the lens. Hi everyone, he says, nervous but determined. I know you tuned in for league content, but I need to do something first. The chat explodes with confusion. 3 months ago, I hired someone to teach me how to date, Jihoon continues. I was terrified of disappointing my family, of being awkward, of being alone. And she taught me everything. How to talk, how to be present, how to be brave. Shanice's hand covers her mouth. But somewhere along the way, I fell in love with her. And I spent tonight at a dinner with someone my family wanted me to marry. And I couldn't do it, because all I could think about was her. The chat is going insane. Her name is Shanice, Jihoon says. And if she's watching this, which I really hope she is because this is terrifying, I want her to know. I don't need more practice. I don't need to be ready. I just need her. Tears stream down Shanice's face. Shanice, you taught me that love isn't about being perfect. It's about finding someone worth being imperfect with. You're that person for me. And I know this is probably the world's most awkward public confession. And you might not even feel the same way anymore. But Shanice is already grabbing her keys, running for the door. I had to try, because you taught me that too. To be brave enough to try. Shanice drives like a madwoman to Jihoon's apartment. She's still in sweatpants, no makeup, hair in a messy bun. But she doesn't care. She pounds on his door. Jihoon opens it, eyes widening. You saw it. Your entire fanbase saw it. You idiot. Shanice laughs through tears. You just publicly declared your love for your dating coach on a stream with 3 million viewers. I know, Jihoon says. Bad idea? Terrible idea, Shanice agrees. But also kind of perfect. She steps closer. You stood up to your family. You chose yourself. You chose. You, Jihoon finishes. I chose you, if you'll have me. Even though I'm still kind of awkward and I overthink everything and Shanice kisses him, cutting him off. When they break apart, both are smiling. So, Ji-hoon says, "Does this mean you're accepting me as a student?" "I think," Shanice says, "we're done with lessons. From now on, we figure it out together." Together, Ji-hoon agrees. "I like that." They kiss again, and for the first time in 2 years, Shanice believes in love again. And for the first time in his life, Ji-hoon feels completely, perfectly himself. Ji-hoon is at a panel talking about his career. Shanice sits in the front row, beaming. During Q&A, someone asks, "Is it true you met your girlfriend because you hired her to teach you how to date?" The crowd laughs. Ji-hoon grins. "True story. Best money I ever spent." "Was she a good teacher?" Someone else shouts. Ji-hoon looks at Shanice. "The best. Though I think I taught her a few things too." "Like what?" the moderator asks. "Like how to believe in love again," Ji-hoon says softly. The crowd awes. After the panel, they walk through the convention hand in hand. "You're getting too smooth with the romantic speeches," Shanice teases. "I might be out of a job." "Actually," Ji-hoon says, pulling out his phone, "you might have more work. I've been getting messages from other esports players asking if you do dating coaching." Shanice laughs. "Are you seriously trying to get me to coach your competition?" "Only if I can be your assistant," Ji-hoon says. 3 months later, Shanice and Ji-hoon launched a podcast together. Practice Makes Perfect, real talk about modern love. In their first episode, they told their whole story. The bet that wasn't really about them, the awkward first meeting, the practice dates that became real, the grand gestures, all of it. The episode went viral. Millions of downloads. People couldn't get enough of the dating coach who fell for her client, and the gamer who learned that love isn't a game you can master. It's an adventure you experience. They got messages from people all over the world. "Your story gave me hope that I'm not too broken to be loved. I stopped using dating apps for 3 months like you suggested and worked on myself. Best decision ever. I'm Korean and my girlfriend is Black and our families were hesitant. We showed them your podcast and it helped them understand. I hired a dating coach because of you guys. First session is next week." On their 1-year podcast anniversary, they did a live recording. During the Q&A, someone asked, "What's the biggest thing you learned from each other?" Shanice answered first, "Ji-hoon taught me that vulnerability isn't weakness, that letting someone see your messy, imperfect parts is actually the bravest thing you can do. I spent years building walls after my ex Ji-hoon taught me how to take them down brick by brick." Ji-hoon went next. "Shanice taught me that I was already enough. I thought I needed to become someone else to be lovable. She showed me that the most attractive thing you can be is authentically yourself. Even the awkward, overthinking, video game-obsessed parts. Especially those parts," Shanice interjected, squeezing his hand. The audience awed. "Last question," the moderator said. "For people listening who are still looking for love, what advice would you give?" Shanice and Ji-hoon looked at each other, then spoke in unison. "Stop practicing for someone else. Start showing up for yourself." Then Shanice added, "The right person will love the real you, not the version you think you need to be." And Ji-hoon finished, "And sometimes, the person you think you're looking for isn't the person you need. Stay open to surprises." The crowd erupted in applause. Later that night, walking to their car through the parking lot, Ji-hoon pulled Shanice close. "You know what's crazy?" he said. "What?" "If I'd been brave enough to be myself from the start, I might have met Sun-hee and actually tried to make it work with her. I would have never met you." "So you're saying cowardice led to true love?" Shanice teased. "I'm saying sometimes the detours are the actual path," Ji-hoon said. "I thought I was hiring you to teach me how to get someone else. But really, you were teaching me how to find myself. Finding you was just the bonus." "Best bonus ever," Shanice said. "Agreed." They kissed under the parking lot lights. Nothing fancy, nothing staged, just two people who'd found each other in the most unlikely way and chose each other every single day after. The end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the story, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe and share to others. Also leave a comment to share your thought about the story.